Happy Friday, February 7th, everyone. It is exactly that day. Sorry, the stream was a little delayed. I was originally going to go live at around 8 p.m. outside, but I had a bit of a tiring afternoon. I met the Ken Continuum down at Yonge and Dundas, and then we recorded a couple of videos together. One that'll be on my channel soon, probably Sunday morning. We made our way north all the way up to the Mandarin at Yonge and Eglinton. And that's an all-you-can-eat buffet. And then I started talking myself into going live from at home instead of going live from outside. And then 8 became 8:15 and 8:15 became 8:30. But here we are. Thank you for tuning in. Don't know if it's going to be the longest live stream, and we're probably not going to have too many viewers, but I do appreciate each and every one of you who tuned in tonight. I see BGIVK is here. Wesley, Carol Ali, Daniel, Sheena Roberts, Eileen Dover, Muhan, Jeanette Morales, Jellybean. Reddy Eddie says, surprised Johnny's not in a Mandarin food coma. I was kind of a good boy there. Major Trader is here. Alicia Lewis, Harjot, Howard Charco, Drew Costin, Madano, Kyle Walker, Jennifer Gala, just getting back from work. Eva is here. Mary W. And everyone else. I see Vivian Johnson. Marge is here. Sheena Roberts, Carl Roth. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't really have anything planned today. But I wanted to go live. I'm probably not going to be able to go live tomorrow. And Sunday, I don't know. I normally go live Sunday night in the Johnny Stumbles channel. I don't know if I'm going to go live. I've done pre-Super Bowl one year, and I've done post-Super Bowl another year. Maybe we should try to be the halftime show. I don't know. I think the halftime show is like the best part for people that don't watch or care about football, or the commercials. I don't know. Well, don't be surprised if there's not a Sunday Night Stumble stream this week. Also, I'm feeling a little bit still not fully back up to 100%. But looking at the poll, Bills or Chiefs, 31% of you. Oh, did I put Bills or Chiefs? Man, I am effing brain dead. It's Eagles or Chiefs. We're going to redo that poll here. I'm surprised no one was yelling at me, calling me out. Eagles, Chiefs. All right, we'll put Pickles up there. Jeanette says hot Super Bowl date. Yeah, hot Super Bowl date with the Johnny Stumbles viewers. Carl Roth says one of your fellow YouTube streamers has his birthday today at the Mandarin and is wondering where they're going for his birthday. Yeah, we were all at the Mandarin. Mary W likes pickles. Hey Johnny, booked my Japan trip again. Can't get enough, I must say. You know what, BG? That might make two of us. Japan is very much on my radar again. It's just, it might be my favorite place on earth. I fucking love Japan. I just went there. Kind of want to go back. Lisa says, just thought you really liked the Bills, eh? Carl says, Super Bowl Sunday on Sunday. Everyone's going to be watching the game from somewhere. Yeah, it's the most watched live televised event in the entire world. It's certainly the complete opposite of the Grammys. So 31% say Eagles, 20% say Chiefs, 49% say Pickles. The very undeserving Chiefs benefiting from those referee whistles hardcore. Leander, member for 11 months, gold tier. Cheers to you, Leander. I've got a coffee in hand. I think the after a week at an all-inclusive, all-you-can-eat and drink, I'm not quite ready to hit some alcohol yet. Maybe tomorrow night I'll go out for dinner and do that. BG says South Korea or Japan. Do both. They're like an hour and a half apart by plane. Do both. Seoul, amazing. Tokyo, amazing. Osaka, Kyoto, amazing. Busan, not amazing, but pretty good, as Larry David would say. So I would do all that. Maybe I'll turn my phone onto not a vibration mode. There we go. We'll put that thing on mute. Epic Nation HD is here. It was good to see you, Liam. We were just, I thought I had that stream up somewhere. Let me get that stream up. I can show you what I was up to. Coffee, how will you sleep tonight? Oh, I can sleep very well with coffee. Cactus Steve says, I think Vasily had a very nice and special 21st birthday. Really nice of the Toronto YouTube community to show up for him. Yeah, he's a really nice dude. He mods for my channels as well. He's trying to become the #1 destination Toronto channel. There we go. He put stream of the year. Let me pull this up here. Phuket Walk, member for 2 months, silver tier. Hope you feel better soon, man. Thank you, Phuket Walk. Cheers to you. Beaches says, I'm asking if you had to pick one, which would you pick, Japan or South Korea? It would depend on the cities, but honestly, Tokyo is like the one city I would pick over every other city. So I would say Tokyo, but South Korea would be a very close second. But Vasily streamed for 9 hours and 15 minutes, which is a crazy amount. He was just walking around Toronto, going through power banks like it was no tomorrow. But towards the end here, there's Henry, there's Flick Hunter, there is DePace. Sorry, his name is slipping my memory, but he is a YouTuber as well, as I think. There's Ken with the gun show. There I am. I think Yoshi was next to me. I think Sapand was next to him. I think Liam was over here, and Vasily was at the end of the table. And then later, Tara and aka T-Shot showed up.
Liam's going for it.
Oh, there's Liam doing something dirty. Eating way. John Barrientos. There we go. John Barrientos. It was the guy next to John Barrientos whose name I was struggling with. And then there's T-Shods and Anthony, I believe. Her better half, or she's his, I don't know. Someone's the better half. But yeah, we went to Mandarin tonight, an all-you-can-eat buffet. And it was fun. Happy 21st birthday to Vasily. Indy Bassi says the 10th NFL fans, 400 millionth. The NFL is the strongest in the United States, but has a fast-growing base. Are you an AI bot? Joshua is the guy with the baseball cap. Thank you, Medano. Jellybean says you will have your birthday at Chipotle near me. But yeah, it was fun times. And you know, I like to do a little TMI. This is more of a Johnny Stumbles thing, but if my hair looks like it has extra volume, I fell prey to an Instagram ad. Normally, I just put hair glue in my hair, but I just tried this for the first time ever. This is hairstyling powder. It adds texture, it volumizes, and it gives the matte effect. This is by Viking Revolution Men's Care. So, have you guys ever used this stuff before? It is really weird. Rubbing powder in your hair and then your hair just goes wherever you put it. Noni says, I knew he did something with his hair. It's styling. I don't know. I'm definitely getting cancer from this stuff. All right. It's going to sweat onto my pillow and then that's somehow going to go into me. And yeah, this is definitely not doing me well, but, yeah, if my hair looks a little different, that's because I'm trying this hairstyling powder out. Kurt Affair says, other IG ad Johnny fell prey to, hot singles in your area. Yeah, that one. That cost me a lot, and they all sounded just like bots. What do you know? There aren't like 40 really hot women within a block waiting to meet me. Oh, well. Digital Blade says they have powders at the barber. I've never seen or heard of this stuff before. Hi, Johnny. If possible, can you shout out Helen Robertson? She is my MIL. She watches you from Dundee in Scotland. She has learned about Toronto watching you. It helps us feel closer to each other. Well, if this doesn't ruin the shout out, Helen Robertson, thank you so much. I have roots in Scotland. My mum was born in Scotland. I've never been to Scotland. I went to the UK last summer, but didn't go to Scotland. I just went to London. I have family there, so I should probably go at some point. Canadian Vasily, happy birthday to you. Happy 21st. You had a very good turnout. A lot of great folks showed up at your birthday. I just showed it. And you streamed for like 9 hours and 15 minutes. That is an insane amount. Toronto says I use dry shampoo. It's a powder. Yeah, I've seen dry shampoos. I just haven't seen the this stuff. Ready Eddie says you should go to Edinburgh, Johnny, one of my favorite cities. Yes, I should. I think going to like Scotland and maybe like Wales, Belfast. I think there's a lot of maybe the other Ireland. I think there's a lot of cool stuff outside of just England. So maybe, I don't know, where should I go? I usually go to Europe every summer, right? You guys are noticing a pattern. Always goes to Thailand, always goes to Korea or Japan, always goes to Europe somewhere, always goes to a Caribbean resort every year. One thing I've been guilty of doing is not going to enough Canada. And ironically, this year, I had New York City on the radar. I also had Las Vegas on the radar. And I was very, very close to committing to both of those places. But in light of recent events, I think we're going to pass on those. I don't know if I'm going to be highlighting more of Canada per se, like going to Banff or Vancouver or that type of thing. But just going to be avoiding. I avoid the States like the plague when it comes to like buying a connecting flight. I do not connect through the States. Just going through pre-customs clearance in Toronto is the most aggravating, stupid experience. And I always get someone with attitude who's like super suspect of me. So I just never, ever, ever transfer through the States. I will pay whatever it costs to take an alternate flight. So this is yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But once I get my passport renewed, we're going to be buying some plane tickets and going somewhere really far. Cam says there's a hair powder called Big Sexy Hair. That's pretty popular. Jennifer Galla would go to Greece and Iceland. In Iceland, it's worth renting a helicopter. Amazing landscapes. Renting a helicopter. You know how much YouTubers make in January and February, Jennifer Galla? Maybe I could like get a little plastic army man and stick them on a drone and fly that up in Iceland, but I don't think I'm getting on a helicopter. Jack says at 1.47 CAD to the US is a tough travel place. Yeah, that too. Mr. Sunjib says, how about Miami? No. Eric Save says, are you worried about becoming the 51st state? That would not happen in a million billion years. So no, I don't think anyone here is actually worried about that. If it did happen, I would fuck right off and move overseas and never come back. Tommy says, just go to Niagara Falls again and pretend you're in Vegas. Maybe. Carl Roth says, Johnny, across Canada, trip by train. That would be fun. You know what would be fun? You know what would be really fun? This guy, I've been watching him since before I was a YouTuber myself. He just went... He does this thing where he had people roll a dice, and if it was a one, if they rolled a 1, he would have to spend $100 on a plane ticket. He's in Europe, mind you. If they rolled a 5, he would have to spend $500 on a plane ticket and go somewhere. Then when he landed, they would roll a dice, and then he would have to eat at a 1 through 5-star restaurant. And then he would have an employee at the restaurant roll a dice, and if it was 1 to 5, that was the star level of hotel he would have to go to. In Kuwait, someone rolled a 5, so he went to a St. Regis, which was really cool. And then in Georgia, he got this like... Anyways, I won't ruin it for you, but it was really like kind of a fun, whimsical thing to do. I wouldn't want to copy that, but it seems like something that would be a lot of fun to do. Tommy Sutter says Simon Wilson is great. Yeah, he is immensely entertaining to watch. Super friendly guy. He's from Wales, by the way. But like stuff like that might be fun, but that's definitely going down the vlog route. And by the way, if someone rolled a 6, he would have to go home at any point. Can we stop calling him a Cheeto? I like Cheeto, says Cam. I have no idea what you're talking about. Mr. Sunjib says, what are your thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra? Just an upgraded version of the best phone ever made. So if you're in the market for a phone, I think it's a no-brainer. The one thing that kind of sucks is there's no more Bluetooth in the stylus. Apparently, the S25 Ultra still has the charging for a stylus in the stylus, but they took that out. That is kind of a downgrade. It's really cool to be able to like snap a picture with your phone, but At the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. I would still get the S25 Ultra. If I lost this phone right now, I would get the S25 Ultra tomorrow without even thinking about it. Lisa says, remember when you tried using an app or whatever it was to record a walk? Oh, I was, yeah, that was fun. Ready Eddie says, oh, that's awesome. Maybe we'll end up, oh, that's cool. You guys are both traveling to the same place. Maybe, just so this isn't just me sitting here jib jabbering by the whole time, we'll play a video in the background. But if this kind of stream is up your alley, I do go live most Sunday nights just like this over on the Johnny Stumbles channel, except I have a slightly better intro to that. Some might say same shit, different toilet, and they wouldn't be wrong. That's one of my favorite sayings of all time. But head over to Johnny Stumbles, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. On that note, someone left a cheeky comment here. They said, you're disrespectful sometimes and your unnecessary swearing is even worse. I'm very disrespectful. I'm disrespectful sometimes and my unnecessary swearing is even worse. And their other comment says, like, you should join the Steve Dangle podcast. You're more fitted over there than talking about nonsense here. So apparently I talk about nonsense. I'm disrespectful sometimes, and I swear unnecessarily. There's like 10 billion other channels on YouTube. Go watch one of them. I'm not going to apologize to you. I don't really feel like making a smart-ass response. Major Trader says softy. But yeah, I enjoy reading the comments. But Lisa says I'm a bad man. But hey, we've got almost 300 viewers here. Thank you. That's a little bit more than I thought we would have got. Chris Mills says evil. Phuket Walk says, what is necessary swearing? I don't know. It's just words. We're adults. I don't think I do it. Yep, same person made both comments. I just talk the way I do in real life to my friends. I treat you guys like my friends. If you don't like it, that's cool. We all don't like one another, right? We're all not one another's thing. I watch plenty of YouTubers who have viewpoints that I don't like, but I still watch them because I like what they do as a whole. Our Toronto says, good evening. How was the walk today? I can show you part of the walk today, actually. I made a video with another YouTuber. If I know we've got some other Toronto YouTubers in there. I'm going to be looking to do more sort of walk and talk collaborations. If one of you are interested, reach out to me. Maybe we could work something out. I see Toronto in the chat. I see our Toronto in the chat and Toronto, Ready Eddie. If you want to be in a video, maybe we could work something out and make that happen. I'm going to be reaching out to some non-YouTubers as well. I just think it's kind of about time I did more videos like that. But where are we here? Media. I thought I had this thing set up to, but the video I did today, I don't know when it's going to be live, but we can play that. I'm not going to play the all right. That was not the clip. That was not the clip. This is the clip. Ready Eddie made a how-to WalkTube video this week to hopefully bring more awareness to WalkTube. It's cool you did that. I have drawn up plans for a video on how to live stream. I've made all the notes and all the talking points I want to hit, and I've sort of structured how I want to make the video. I also did one earlier this week when I was sitting at home on all the tech I use. I don't know which one of those videos I'm going to make if I get around to one, but interesting. Ready Eddie, did you upload that video? Is that on your channel? I'd be curious to see what you came up with. But yeah, today's video was me and Ken. Lisa says, Adrin, take the GO train. Cam says, Johnny special. I think you and Ken should collab and do a cross-country tour. Find a sponsor, call it the Odd Couple Tour. Adrin says, what's the best way to get to Niagara Falls without renting a car? Also, is it open during the winter months? Yes, it is open all year round, day and night. It's basically a public park. It's gonna be open. I think Lisa said take the GO train. Go, definitely the best way. If money is no object, an Uber. There's also the best way used to be you take one of those Chinese, I think, Safeway tour buses from the Mississauga Chinese Center. They would take you right to a casino free. I remember my dad used to drive to the Chinese Center parking lot and take the free bus. They obviously were doing that so you could go empty out your pockets. Cam says this corner is just sad without a Believe guy. Riley asks, yeah, feel free to ask me anything and everything. Johnny, do you recommend any travel cards? The Scotiabank Scene Plus is a good card because that in Canada, we don't have like so many awesome cards like they do in the States, but the Scotiabank Scene Plus card gives you 0 FX fee. So when you use your card in foreign countries, like everyone just taps to pay now, right? I use Samsung Pay everywhere I go pretty much. Or if you just use your credit card the old-fashioned way, you get charged with an FX fee whenever you pay in another currency because it's flipping Canadian to whatever currency you're in. That card has a 0% transaction fee. So I use it only when I travel just for making purchases. Another cool perk of that card is you get 6 lounge passes at usually it's Plaza Premium, but there's an app and it'll tell you. I think it's the Dragon Pass, but you can use 6 lounges every year in airports, and you can use them on a friend. So if you're traveling with someone, just go a little early, hit the lounge. Usually there's a buffet. Sometimes there's a 2-hour limit, and sometimes they're anal about that. Sometimes they're not. That's luck of the draw, but yeah, another one that I have is the American Express Marriott Bonvoy card. That one is cool because you get 1 free hotel room from the Marriott chain every year if you hold that card. And the Bonvoy points you can translate to Aeroplan points. So that one is good. And I think that one's got an $100 annual fee, but you use that free hotel room at a Marriott property once a year and you're good. Again, it's not like you're not going to use it at a 5-star, one of the 5-star Marriotts that are like $800-900 a night, but you can use it at like a decent hotel and you get a free night. So yeah, those are the 2 I would use: the American Express Marriott Bonvoy and the Scotiabank Scene. And on top of that, I just use a TD Platinum Visa for everything else. High and Low Retrospective says that's Young and Dundas. Yes, it is. Carl Roth says we are so lucky to have all the wonderful YouTube streamers from the big city of Toronto. No other city has so many good people all together in one room ever except us as a viewer. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, the community that has come together. And I got to give massive props to Henry from Toronto Tech and Transit. He's been the ringleader behind a lot of the meetings and the get-togethers and all of that stuff. So Henry, thank you. Today, Vasily, I think, organized everything. Me and Ken just kind of show up sometimes when that happens. But yeah, we're pretty fortunate in Toronto. Oh, I don't want to play this whole video. YouTube's going to be like, hey, man, you've already showed it. Maybe we'll skip and we'll play part of the second part of the video. There we go. Jellybean says, my Instagram fam is lurking. Everyone tired? Maybe. It's a little bit late. I wanted to start streaming at 8. Ready Eddie says, yeah, Henry's excitement for meeting new people is contagious. He's amazing. Super friendly, super popular among the people that know him. Thunder Waifu says, what is your favorite type of architecture? Can I give you a cop-out and say skyscrapers? I love anything that's tall. If it approaches 1,000 feet, as long as it's not a boring glass condo, I love it. In terms of actual architecture for buildings, I really like Art Deco buildings, something we don't have a lot of in Toronto. Commerce Court North is amazing. The water plant in the beaches, again, amazing. But we don't have too many actual examples of that kind of architecture. Christopher Walking says, I'm a non-YouTuber looking to become one. Would like to join you for a walk. Send me an email. We'll work it out. I'm not promising I can make this happen with anyone, obviously. But yeah, we'll try to get some people on the channel. Toronto says, Henry welcomed me with open arms and connected me with so many people. Yeah, we all owe that guy a debt of gratitude. Major Trader says, I heard that dilapidated old building you passed in the video was the old Scientology building. I think it's still owned by Scientology. We actually talked about that by the Scientology, whatever. We actually talked about that in this video. And funny story behind that video. I was the underwriter behind it. I won't say what entity I was in. I can't give away any of those details. They'll probably sue me, but I was the one who underwrote the commercial insurance policy for that building when it was owned by the Church of Scientology. And I was very aware it was vacant, and we were very not wanting to insure a vacant building. But you know, when you're a big client, you got to do what they ask. High and Low Retrospective says Cabbagetown homes have very interesting architecture. Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. If you said what's the best like residential area in downtown Toronto, I would be very torn between that and like Harbour Village. Like, I would include the Annex. I think the Annex is awesome. I think just east of or just west of there, like Palmerston down towards Little Italy, is awesome. So many beautiful homes and tree-lined streets. But it would be between that and Cabbagetown, more so than Rosedale and that type of thing. Peppermint says, come on, Johnny, get some sleep. Get some sleep. We're having coffee. Like I said, I'm probably not going live tomorrow. I'm like 90% sure I'm not going live tomorrow. And I won't be going live Sunday. So I won't be going live again till Monday or Tuesday. Victor says Forest Hill. Forest Hill and like Lawrence Park, they're a bit... I don't really like the scale. The lots are too big. The streets are too wide. It's a bit too like modern suburbs. And Forest Hill, a lot of the older homes have been ripped down and turned into like modern McMansions. So it's really, it's impressive because there's a lot of money there and a lot of big homes, but I don't find the architecture in Forest Hill all that impressive. But people really, really like watching videos when I walk through there. Zach Dong says, it's awesome being a part of this awesome community. Big thanks to Henry for building this community. Lisa says some restros are closing. Construction, Harbour Village is going through it. Yeah, it's in a state. That could be a video topic. I haven't been through Harbour Village in a while. Maybe fill me in on some of the changes, Lisa, and we can turn that into some coverage. Han says, can you teach me also how to begin video streaming or best video editing? I did some videos on the other channel where I edited. There's lots of tutorials online about that. If I do a how to stream video, that I'll let you know. How's that? I'll let you know. As we are going north up Yonge Street. Maybe I'll skip ahead a little bit just because I don't want to give away the whole video. Lisa says Forest Hill is also kind of douchey. It's a mix of like old money and new money. It's a very car-centric place. It's a very like NIMBY, not in my backyard place. So I see that. TYK says, Johnny, what do you think of Bloor West, High Park, and the Junction? All amazing neighborhoods. I wouldn't think twice about living there if there was a good opportunity to. They are very nice neighborhoods. Bloor West Village is really cool. You've got the subway. You've got High Park a stone's throw away. You've got the Junction just to the north. Going north-south is not the best, but going east-west is really easy. High and Low Retrospective says older bungalows at the bottom of the bridle path look pretty nice aside from the new builds. Yeah, there's some absolute gems hidden amongst the bridle path and some opposite of gems, you could say. Sorry, Drake, I don't want to diss you, but your place is kind of hideous. Olivia L says, did you go out during the last couple of Doors Open events in Toronto? Which building impressed you the most? I went to one I really wanted to go to because I've never been is the Alma Combo. I never saw any shows there. And I know it's been completely gutted and redone, but I just thought it was so cool how how they've completely transformed that space. I know it's a bit out of reach price-wise for the average concert goer. It's kind of become a bit of a snobby kind of venue, but still, I thought that was really cool. The Royal Elgin and Winter Garden Stack Theaters, I think, was probably my favorite. They were absolutely amazing buildings. They're absolutely beautiful. The exterior does not do them justice. Alicia Lewis, $5. Cheers to an awesome home stream. Alicia Lewis, cheers to you. Thank you so much for the $5. As I apply a heart to it. By the way, this was my second attempt at making a coffee. Have you ever put the puck in the Keurig, made the coffee, and then found out that you just had a tray full of coffee because you didn't put a mug in the machine? That's what happened to me just as I was setting up this live stream. And then I was like, do I use that same Keurig cup again? Is that still going to be good? Is that going to be like diluted? So I just threw it out and made a new one. But thank you again, Alicia Lewis. And that was when I used this really weird hairstyling powder. Ton Vlog says, have a plan to do a walking video in Vancouver. You're a YouTuber from Vancouver. Well, good luck to you. I hope your YouTube dreams come true. There's not enough coverage of Vancouver, right? There's so many of us in Toronto, and I know a few good folks in Montreal that do this, but not so many in Vancouver. Thunder Waifu says, I also don't like how car-centric Toronto and North America is in general, but I think we're heading in the right direction, even if it seems slow in terms of densification and public transit. We are for sure. Like the densification along Yonge Street, a major corridor, makes sense. Removing 3 bike lanes to fight congestion makes absolutely no fucking sense and is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen or heard of in my life. And there will absolutely be more coverage of that. But in general, we're moving in the right direction. The province, as shitty as it is, announced that there's plans at least to put funding towards connecting the Shepherd line to the extension of Line 2, which makes sense. Ton Vlogs has 300k subs. Well, maybe it's me who needs good luck. Awesome. Peppermint says verified YouTuber chatting. Yeah, I didn't notice the check mark at first. I'm completely out of it, but me saying good luck to you, that's like sorry about that. It's like going up to a Major League Baseball player and giving them like a swing tip. Math Doctor says Doug Ford promising the Eglinton LRT will be done by year end if he's reelected. He is doing everything to get votes from this area. How about giving us like a month? Like this thing is 4 or 5 years overdue. I don't know. That man is a moron. Oh, by the way, I got my $200 bribe today. I was just telling Ken I didn't get it yet, but I got it today. Did you guys get your bribe? I got my bribe. I'm just looking at your page, Ton Vlogs. 379,000 subscribers. You got a video, your 8-hour shift as a nurse. San Francisco trip 18, Land's End Lookout. San Francisco, you've been around. I look forward to your Vancouver walking video. Toronto says Doug Ford is not smart. No, and he folds like a cheap suit. Just reading. BB says the median in Markham Road north of the 401 in Scarborough is super wide because the subway was supposed to take up that space. That sucks. Han, if we're still here in 30 minutes, we'll see you then. Eliz P got yours today. Alicia Lewis hasn't gotten hers. Cam says it's okay. It's the hair powder. Yes, we will blame all my stupidity and lapses in judgment on the hair powder. Let's change the video up. Maybe we'll preview the video that's coming up on the channel tomorrow, just because why not? Play. There we go. Peppermint says congratulations for getting 300k subs. Yeah, I got my $200 bribe. I pulled out the TD app. I scanned it. It accepted it. $200 showed up. I already spent $200 donating to a cause just to stick it to the provincial government, so that was already spent before I got it. But thanks for reimbursing me for my donation with taxpayer money. It's not like we need to pay doctors or nurses or anything like that, right? There's no healthcare crisis. There's no cost of living crisis. Like, you know, I would much rather have doctors that don't want to work in the system because you don't want to pay them, or teachers that you don't want to pay, then, you know, just give me $200 instead, man. That's so much better for society. Thanks, Dougie, you piece of shit. But anyways, Lisa says it's like cartoon hair. What? My hair? Ryan says America is becoming an autocracy. That's a little too deep for this channel, and I'm a little too out of it to talk about it, but I don't think you're wrong. It's kind of scary what's happening down there. Victor says doctors is the most important problem. The thing with doctors is nobody really had sympathy for them because they're so well paid relative to other positions. But the problem is they haven't been getting increases, and they've been getting treated worse and worse. And now they make more money just doing anything but being a doctor. So where's their motivation to be a family doctor? They don't have it, right? They can go to the States, make way more money. They can go work in a Botox clinic doing injections, make way more money. So the answer is pay them what they're worth and fill that massive gap in our healthcare system. But no, he didn't do that. So he's been shortchanging nurses the whole time. But now it's like people never had sympathy for doctors. But now we're realizing like this once job that was one of those like be a doctor, lawyer, engineer is being treated so poorly and so grossly underpaid that it's no surprise you can't get a family doctor because they don't want to do it. And why would they when they're more valuable anywhere else? Marilee says, what's been the highlight of your day? Going to the Mandarin buffet? I don't know. Probably going to the Mandarin buffet. Alicia says, Johnny's still rocking that hat. Oh, I had a toucan in this. I gotta put my phone on. I gotta put my phone on don't vibrate. Don't think the hair stuff is doing you any favors. And yes, I'm one of those currently without a regular doctor, says Julie. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, Chris Sterling, we'll avoid US politics, but Toronto stuff is gonna leak into my streams because the city is kind of what this channel is about. Greg says Dougie has always had it out for doctors. He wants that private healthcare system. Yeah, but he's gotta choke and strangle it to death, right? Before he can come up with the solution. Karen Tam says hello. Ton Vlogs lives in Vancouver for 9 years and you don't have a family doctor. Welcome to Canada, eh? BB says, do you go to winter stations? I only did that once. When are the winter stations this year? Winter Stations Toronto 2025. Woodbine Beach, Toronto, February 17th to March 30th. There we go. You just gave me an idea for future content. Thank you. Mr. Robot, $5, a few bucks towards your next random hair purchase. Thank you, Mr. Robot. Thank you so much for the $5. Cheers to you. I'm just going to skip this video ahead a little bit. I don't want to play the whole thing. Someone says this isn't doing me any favors. Alicia says, Lol, I have something to say. I've been waiting to say so long to say this. Go ahead and say it. Put it in the chat. Ryan says, I hope Mark Carney is the next PM. I think of all the candidates on that side of the coin, he's easily the most qualified. It would be a damn shame if someone other than him was leading that particular party. Lisa says best to go at sunrise. Sunrise. I did like a nighttime stream around the winter stations one year in the beaches. That was kind of cool. But Lisa says sunrise from the beaches is excellent. Thunder says you should try no shampoo. Actually does Wonders? Yeah, I don't think I can do that. That period of like 2 to 3 weeks where your hair is just oily and greasy as hell. Um, I can't go through that. Cam says you're going to buy big sexy hair powder now. I inspired you. Awesome. Appointed Times got his bribe last week. You used it to upgrade your bicycle parts. $200 doesn't go far enough. He won't get my vote. Hey, man, get on the streets and ride. Peppermint says I've been streaming a lot. I stream usually every other day. It's the normal amount. Alicia Lewis says, I'm the one that gave you the hat. Oh, Alicia Lewis. Awesome. You gave me the bracelet too. You know, I've got like 10 different winter toques, and that Vessi one, it's just so comfortable. It's just so comfortable. It's become like my go-to thing. Thank you, Alicia Lewis. And thank you for the bracelet as well. Admittedly, I don't wear the bracelet all the time. I've already got a smartwatch, but I keep it. I've got that next to the bracelet Tiana gave me. But thank you so much. Very, very thoughtful gift. Jeanette Morales, $10 towards your Super Bowl night snacky. Jeanette Morales, we might be ordering a pizza on the Super Bowl, and that'll definitely go towards it. Thank you, Jeanette. And I saw that you gifted Vasily something nice for his birthday as well. Could there be a nicer person ever to come from Houston than you? I don't think so. I don't think they exist. Carl says, Johnny, I know a doctor from Saskatchewan who moved his entire practice to the USA and within 3 years moved everything back. He said the USA is worse than he thought. Maybe that probably true for him, but for people that just want to make money, it's definitely a lot greener down there than here. Ton Blog says, do you find YouTube monetization earning getting less and less compared to 22 and 2023? For me, no. Every year has been going like this, but now January and February this February is like my worst February so far in the last 4 years. We'll just leave it at that. It's bad. The RPM and CPM are the lowest I've ever seen it. It's bad. It's really bad. I don't think anyone on YouTube is doing well, except for Brett Cooper. She's getting millions of views every video. But this time of year, you know, there's like a pending recession. Someone down south is trying to absolutely obliterate the economy. Companies aren't spending on their ad money. People are, you know, very cautiously spending. So it makes sense. I'm just reading some of your comments. My bike is a GoTrax e-bike, so it sits until the warmth comes out. You've had it for 3 years. Need the money to upgrade. Well, get out and ride it. Peppermint says, have you ever deleted a video? Yeah, I've deleted. No, I private. I never delete. I've privated a few videos. What were you saying about your hair powder? I said I was using it. Math Doctor says, $200 is good enough for 4 nights stay at a 4-star hotel in Thailand. Where in Thailand? What city? In Bangkok? Keep in mind their 4-star is like our 2.5, 3-star. Their 5-star is like our 4-star. And then you can get like a proper 5-star there, which is, I've only ever stayed at once. I made a video, the standard. Chris Sterling says, what's RPM and CPM? RPM is just how much you make per 1,000 views total. CPM is how much you make per 1,000 views where ads have been served up. Carl Roth says, Doug Ford only did one good thing throughout his entire political career, removing the license sticker on all license plates. Wraith says, I heard Pattaya is trash. Don't go there. It's fun. You know what? That city gets shit on more than anything, yet it's in like the top 20 most visited cities in the world. And when you go there, you will see families there. You will see kids there. You will see couples there. Yes, at night, you will see some greasy men walking around that are there for a particular reason, but the vast majority of people there are just there because it's actually kind of cool. It's one of those things that if you're going to Bangkok, just go there for a day or two, see what's up, and judge for yourself. But don't listen to what other people say because it's got a lot to offer. It's got an island. It's got 1 million hotels that are like really nice and really cheap. It's got a beach. I don't know. It's got amazing food. I think it's actually kind of cool. And it's only like an hour and a half and $40 away from Bangkok. Christos just annihilated a tuna poke bowl. Word of the day says, whatever happened to bucket beer? Yes, Dougie, you ran on the platform of a bucket beer. Did we get a bucket beer? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We'll just skip this video ahead a little bit more. Michael says, I was born and raised in Jane and Finch, and thank you for showing it respect during your walkthroughs. Hey, I show it the way it is, and when I go there, it's honestly a perfectly fine neighborhood. It needs a little bit of love, but it's not the people's fault for that. It's just shitty urban planning and neglect by the city of Toronto for not making it more of a transportation hub, right? For not giving it the amenities and care that it needs. But like, I just see friendly people trying to go about their lives just like any other neighborhood when I go there. It had kind of a bum rap, but I've never firsthand experienced it. And when I went to York University, I was through there all the time and I never saw it, right? I never felt unsafe at the sight of like a bunch of young kids hanging out there. Wraith says your hair is looking extremely thick with the hair powder. Yeah, it adds volume. Chris, ever think of updating your merch? I think you should get some Yoink merch going. I know a designer. It's me. Reach out to me, Chris. There's another person who made some designs for me that I'm going to be reaching out to. And I've been talking to YouTube, yes, to actual YouTube, about launching more merch and updating the store. Which reminds me, I'm about to lose strideswag.com. I have to update like the DNS serving. What I want, I think I'd like a upside down toilet paper roll t-shirt. I want Yoink as a t-shirt. I don't know. I think there's some ideas. Cam says, can we get a plant update? I've had one plant death and all the other plants are doing well. We're going to make it through the summer or winter. I've stopped putting on my heater. My plants don't like it when I have the heater on. The air kind of dries out. So why is this so far back? So yeah, I've just been like not using my heater all winter and just sitting under a heated blanket. Alex says, my mom grew up at Jane and Finch and your brother went to York University. Bobby O'Brien says, I've never felt unsafe in Toronto. I actually prefer it to NYC for that exact reason. Yeah, like I felt unsafe for like brief moments of time. And then like you realize like, okay, not a big deal. Michael says, walking street in Pattaya is crap, but Soy 7, Soy Bacau, and Carline Island are awesome. Yeah, I went to Kolarn with Action Kid. He loved it. It's a great, beautiful island. And it's like 50 cents and like a 40 minute ferry away. Walking Street, do it once and then don't go back. Go there just to see it. But yeah, it's kind of an eye roll situation. Soy 7, if you like to play pool, I guess that's cool. Have you ever met Kenny and Spenny? No, I wanted to go to their show at the Phoenix a few months ago, but I didn't. Ryan says it was much more sketchy 10 to 15 years ago, but the reputation has stuck. Paul Jameson, $10 for more coffee. Cheers. Thank you, Paul Jameson. We might have to have a second cup of Joe tonight, but thank you so much, Paul, for the $10. Asim says, have you ever traveled to Nepal? No, unfortunately. I'd like to. Math Doctor says, which custom t-shirt provider do you use? I use Spring. They're kind of like a plug and play solution. I'm going to set aside some time, like an entire day, to relook at the whole merch strategy. Like, should I just abandon merch? Should I update it? Should I get new designs? Should we get self stuff that's like a little more unique? I'm terrible at that stuff. The merch I have on the channel, I literally made in like the course of 2 hours, and I put it up and I've just left it. I've seen people wearing it out in the wild, which is kind of cool. Like I've had people come up to me and be like, hey, I'm wearing your shirt. That's cool. But yeah, it's definitely long overdue. Christopher says, that's my area. High and Low Retrospective says Printful has quality shirts. Yeah, the thing about Spring is like the quality is good. I haven't had a single complaint about the quality. Noni says, do you only play 2 games? Johnny, Rocket League and that medieval game? Yes. I've got this, I think it's the Cyclone 2. This controller is amazing. These are all like mechanical switches, even the D-pad. I brought this with me when I went to Cancun, and I was playing Chivalry 2 over the laptop, which was like spitting out over 100 frames per second at 1080p on Chivalry 2. And I was playing this from the bed in my hotel room. The hotel Wi-Fi was good enough. So, yeah. Big fan of this controller. It is awesome. But those are the only 2 games I play. That's it. I don't play anything else. As I fail to put it back on its stand. Jeanette says, keep doing merch, but update the design and add a handbag. Thank you, Jeanette. Have you thought about doing it in Canada if you can get it for a reasonable price? Yeah, I'm going to relook at all the vendors and all the options. I'm actually going to the Google office later this month to meet them. And I'm just going to ask, like, what do you recommend? Is there anyone more local that we could partner with for that? And just see what they say and recommend. Lisa says, hi, Johnny. I don't think Toronto is safe, but it's like any big city. There are bad things that happen, but it's unfortunate. Still love TO. I think it's safe from like a purely statistics point of view. Like, you're safer walking around Toronto than almost any big city in the US. So, and a lot of suburbs and smaller towns are actually considerably more dangerous in terms of the percentage of something bad happening to you. So I would actually disagree. I think it's very safe. You might say it's more unsettling because you're going to see a lot of stuff here, but welcome to big city life. Jason Stevens, channel member. Hi, Johnny Strides. I'm a new subscriber, but longtime fan and enjoy hearing you support bike lanes and talk politics. Jason, TDSB candidate, Don Valley West. Hey, Jason, thank you so much. Anyone supporting bike lanes, I'm a fan of as well. I don't know the rest of your platform, but thank you for being a fan of a common sense way to get around. High and low retrospective says Toronto's much safer than anywhere in the US. Super safe, relatively speaking. Yeah, it is, but I certainly understand why people would, like, you go on the subway and there's people literally sleeping on it. There's people literally going through withdrawal on it. There's people, you will see people shooting up every now and then. Like, but most of these people are there doing these things because they don't harm other people, right? No one's had to drag them out and like take them out of there. So they're kind of existing in their own little bubble. So you will feel like those unsettling situations, but like 99.9% of it is harmless. You go to New York City and you see way crazier shit on the subway and on the streets. Word of the day says Baltimore at night back in the days was sketchy. That's fair, Lisa. We're all entitled to our opinions, even if we disagree. Whenever I disagree with someone, unless they're saying something stupid like, I don't know, killing someone is good. Like, if I disagree with you, that's fine. We can still have a beer. I don't hold that against people. I expect people to disagree with each other sometimes. Christopher Walking feels safer walking around Toronto than downtown Hamilton. There's an area I haven't walked around a whole lot. Chris Sterling says getting rid of safe injection sites was stupid. Well, the jury is out on that. We'll have to see. Concentrating people around Yonge and Dundas, like a major tourist site, literally on a university campus, maybe not the best location for that. I've never not seen police cars or paramedic ambulances like right in that spot. I don't know the answers. I'm not even going to claim to know the answers. We definitely need support for that community, though, right? They definitely need support. You can't just get rid of something and not fill in the blank with something else. But hey, that's the province for you. That's what they do, right? Just reading some of your messages. Johnny, are you still going to Markham? I'll go there at some point in the future. All right, I'm going to go get myself get myself a water because my coffee's done. I'm just gonna play this video while I do that. Maybe we'll turn the volume up on that as well. I'll be back in a second. And there you could catch a ferry that will take you out to Center Island. Some singing going on by that group. But it snowed quite a bit while I was in Mexico last week. And with the temperatures being well below zero, the snow isn't going away anytime soon. This is Lake Ontario, which appears to at least be partially frozen. Oh, wow.
T'as vu, ça regèle.
We'll continue west along the boardwalk here. Chris says Johnny Ghost. Mary W says the scene is beautiful. Sorry for ruining it for you, A. I decided to get a mango bubbly. Hopefully I didn't miss too much of the chat. For a minute there, I thought he was walking around with a shield, says Brian. All right, Eagles or Chiefs? 36% of you say Eagles, 22% of you say Chiefs, and 42% of you say pickles. I can't think of a better snack than pickles. It's virtually calorie-free, yet you still feel like you ate something. It says, ooh, mango, mango, mango. Muhan says, can we stop talking about my damn hair? I've never used this before. I don't know if I'm going to use it again. There. Was your bubbly made in Canada? Carl, that's funny, but kind of rude to fake a cough. Product bottled in Canada. I'm assuming that the water came from Canada. It didn't get shipped up. Oh, well, I'm sure Donald Trump will claim he opened up a reservoir somewhere and all the water magically flowed up into Canada and we stole it and made bubbly with it. And now, you know, just like what he did with LA. I opened up a reservoir and sent a whole bunch of water to LA. And yeah, and you fucked over all the farmers in Northern California, you idiot. But anyways, Van Gambler says, why hair? Looks good. Alicia Lewis says the Eagles must win on Sunday. They must. You can ask us hair product questions, Johnny. We are here to help. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with my hair, at least until I don't wear a hat outside anymore. What do you guys want to do? Should we keep playing this video in the background? Should I tackle some comments? I haven't gone through my comments in a while. Maybe we'll stream for another 20 minutes or so. I don't know. I just wanted to connect with you guys because I don't think I'm going to stream again this weekend. Michael says the Horseshoe Tavern has the best patio in Toronto. $279. Thank you, Michael Rajpal, for the $279. I've actually never been on that patio, but if you're into people watching, like Queen Street West, sitting on a super wide, nice sidewalk at a legendary venue like the Horseshoe Tavern, I wouldn't argue with that. I'm sure it's a fantastic patio. But I've been on the Rivoli's patio, which is kind of similar. Could be worse. You could still be using Aquanet hairspray like an 80s mom. Noni says, Johnny's hair looks amazing, but wash it before you put your head on the pillow tonight. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. Jellybean says calls. Christopher Walking says phone calls. Lisa Gibson, $279. Thank you, Lisa Gibson. Thank you so much for the $279. All right, we'll make it. All right, I put up a poll. Let's see whichever one wins. Let's see. People asking for calls. Hey, we've still got over 300 viewers. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Maybe you should check out Yorkdale Mall again. I just checked that out. I did that over the holiday season. I try not to do the malls too often. Alex says comments. Jeanette can't go to bed with hairstyle products in her hair. Yeah, neither. I don't know. It's such a weird feeling when you feel your pillow is tainted with something. Pickle Barrel does have the best pickles. I'll give them that, Ready Eddie. I have lived very close to a Pickle Barrel for the last 10 years or however long I've been here. I can't bring myself to go there. I went to a Jack Astor's the other week for the first time in forever. And I probably won't be back. It was very mediocre and underwhelming. But I haven't been to the Pickle Barrel. I think one of those suburban places speaks for them all. Although I kind of want to go to the Milestones at the Eaton Center just because why not? Every time I go by, it looks busy. Ryan says, if you find yourself at a TFC game or Liberty Village. Oh, man, I cannot speak tonight. Pre-game beer on you. Thank you, Ryan. Cheers to that. All right, Christopher Walking. Sorry, got to go. Would love to call if you go that route. I sent an email about perhaps walking sometime. All right, Christopher. I'll get to that email later this weekend. Word of the day says, I worked there when you were younger. Worked where? Kathleen asking, how was my vacation? It was good. It was so nice to wake up every day, step outside the room in like 28, 29 degree temperature, put sunscreen on. Like, it's so annoying, and I forget to do that in Toronto. But when you're on vacation, you're like, oh yeah, like the sun, clear skies. It's definitely nice. Ready Eddie says Jack's is overpriced and mediocre, though one of my older friends was their head chef ages ago and came out with the tempura batter for their chicken fingers. It's why they don't go soggy. That's neat. Innovating. Yeah, I heard that. So he was their head chef in like their main office, because I've heard that their kitchens are basically like paint by numbers, right? They don't actually have like traditional chefs and line cooks. It's all just for the sake of being or being consistent. It's all like idiot proof cooking, basically. It's pre-portioned, pre-packaged. Everything is ready to go. But yeah, I had the chicken sandwich there, and it was like Popeyes would have been much better. Word of the day, worked at the Pickle Barrel when you were a student. Jeanette wakes up to 28 degree weather every day. You want snow. I just realized I can put the chat up here. 45% of you voting for comments, 39% of you voting for calls, 16% of you voting for something else. He did their testing at the location at Richmond. I remember there was a Jack Astor's at Richmond, and John, that was ironically right across the street from an old Milestones, where Circa used to be, right? Originally the Palladium. Have you been to the Landing before? Which Landing? There's a few of them, right? There's Kelly's Landing. I don't know. Chris says balls 100%. Espero says balls, balls, balls. It looks like we're going to do some comments, but do I even have any balls around here that are YouTube stream appropriate? I'm sure I could find some. Cam says comments over calls. Damn. The people demand balls, says Chris. Oh, do I have a web browser open up with comments on it? Joe Jonas stops by Toronto restaurant for a surprise visit. Why is that news? Beverage giant PepsiCo is hiring for a bunch of positions in Ontario. Ontario promised one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in the world. The tunnel under the 401, the stupidest fucking thing any human has ever thought of or proposed of all time. Tested 123 says UFC predictions. Yeah, don't watch it. It is a pay-per-view. It is the worst pay-per-view card imaginable. The last Fight Night card was 1,000 times better. I have no interest in watching UFC tomorrow. I think that's all we'll say on that. As a MMA fan, it's disgusting that they're charging money for that card. It's just gross. No, don't watch it. I might still watch it. But where do we go? All right, I've got comments up here. Remember letters, we get letters. We get lots and lots of letters. Let's bump this down. There we go. These are comments on my recent videos. Jolly Kins says, it looks a bit grim. She's talking about Planet Hollywood. It's got Dirty Weekend written all over it. I thought it was built in the 1970s. I would not stay there, and I certainly would have complained about the state of the room and demanded a full refund. That is an extremely harsh take. Like, I thought it was kind of fine. I felt comfortable there. I didn't feel like... I don't know if you saw this video. Like, I show the room at the start of it. And yeah, like... Checked in. And this isn't good. Yeah, there was a little bit of scuffs and wear and tear, and the ceiling was leaking, but like overall, like the resort was pretty nice. Anyways, but for what you would have to be a very difficult person to demand a refund. Like, I didn't even complain. Like, I thought it was, like, fine enough. I'm just going to skip over that comment. Cam says, can we do karaoke instead of calls? No. Hey, we have a comment on that video in Russian. Of course I liked it, Johnny. The sea of the palm trees and sand. The poop, of course, confuses me, but in general, it's a great place to relax. I'm vacationing at resorts in Turkey, all-inclusive. They have excellent service on jackets in Russia, Sochi, the North Caucasus. I think we need to go back one. This person says, top man, great cost. Jellybean says, bathtub is a members video. Hey, calls just surpassed comments, by the way. Calls just surpassed comments. Let's see if calls can overtake comments. We'll give it a minute. Hey, Google, remind me to check the poll in 60 seconds.
All right. I'll remind find you in 1 minute to check the pool.
Linda says you had your own pool. Yes, we did. Afraid the gimbal-free view makes me seasick. Sorry to hear that. But I get it. It's more of an FPV view. Cheers. The brown water coming out of the tub was gross as fuck, says Dobby. Yeah, but I've seen that before. I've seen that in Thailand. I've seen that in other countries. You just have to run it for a little bit. I don't even know what that is, but yeah, not a deal breaker, but definitely something that could be better. What a beautiful voice you have, Johnny. Thank you for showing me your apartment. It's nice to see and hear you. Thank you. Is this the same person who made that other Russian comment? Espero says I'm protesting until we get balls. Comments 42%, calls 42%. Ooh, it's a close race. Do you plan on going for a boat ride? I don't know. Chris Mills says Rust. Is that Rust? Zach McNally with a Canadian Leaf. What about a toilet? I don't know. Greetings from Westlake, Ohio. So happy you're treating yourself to a holiday. You earned it. The disastrous consequences are upon us. Live each day as if it's your last. That's what my inner compass tells me. Love your videos. Your hotel resort is beautiful and relaxing. 5 stars. Opinions may vary. It only matters what you think. Safe travels. We got a little bit serious here. Live each day as if it's your last. I don't disagree. Well, maybe not each day, but I'm just reading some of your comments. As Pero Cam says a tiebreaker is needed. Right now, calls is ahead, 42-41. Sorry, Johnny. 2 missing a O there. Many noisy kids. Parents do not control theirs anymore. Oh, they control them. The vast majority of the kids I saw were buried in like tablets and smartphones. Oh, they're so cute. I have to take a picture of them. It's all about me. Everybody will just have to put up with it. Not a bad place. Maybe for the same money, there's better. Can you blame parents for like loving their kids and wanting to take pictures of them? I don't know. Like, I'm the type of person that gets annoyed when stuff exceeds a certain threshold. I get properly annoyed. And I was not annoyed by that at this resort. Maybe that's because I was more on the adult side. Or I was in like the star class area. But I disagree with that. Like, it wasn't annoying at all. It's kind of cool seeing kids that are mostly well-behaved have fun. Jellybean says, oh my god, 100 ads. I have a feeling Google is not going to remind me. Check the pool. Google, you're supposed to remind me. Oh, comments are now leading. 43 to 41%. Maybe we'll do a mix of both. Lisa says, do you recommend booking last minute for Mexico or more advance notice before departure date? Booking trips is always a form of gambling. It's like buying a stock. Whenever you do it, it's going to be the wrong time to do it. The best thing to do if you're really serious is keep an eye on prices and have a feeling for what like a good price is for where you're going and what a bad price is for where you're going. If you're price sensitive, if you're not price sensitive, then it doesn't matter when you book. Book early so you can secure the place you want to go to, but it's gambling. If you watch the prices of these, particularly these resort packages, if like Sunwing or Air Transat or Air Canada Vacations hasn't filled up their allotment, they might have like a fire sale and you might get something like really cheap. Or if availability is scarce and they're going to sell out anyways, that price might go up. And the only way you can know that is to monitor the pricing. I absolutely hate playing the waiting game with buying plane tickets because it always feels like whenever I zig, the price zags. So I just like suck it up and buy the ticket. If I know I'm going somewhere and that seat is available on that airplane or that hotel room is available at that hotel, I'll just book it and suck it up because you're playing a game with a system that's rigged to beat you when you try to do that. That's just my opinion. If you want something, just buy it. it. I mean, with other stuff like electronics, like, yeah, check to see the sales patterns and wait for a good price on it. Blair says, did you go to Mexico with a friend? No, I didn't. I went to Mexico with 2 friends. Ariane says the best way to plan a vacation is to have a plan and stick with it. I think it's good to be a little bit open sometimes. I have days where I don't plan anything. Blessed Friday morning in Montreal, and welcome back, my friend. Thank you. Johnny should have went to Playa del Carmen. Isn't it Carmen del Playa? It's a nice place. I've been there before. Digital Blade CA says, awesome video. Me and my friends stayed at the Grand Oasis just a couple of weeks ago. I think I liked it better than I would have liked this one. A true 5-star resort would be Grand Velas Riviera Maya. That was exceptional, but comes with the price tag. I was lucky to have it included as part of a conference I went to. Neat. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I would say the finest Playa Mujeres where I went to was like a true proper 5-star. Not quite where that HBO show would be filmed. Why? Oh, what's that HBO show where they always... White Lotus. Not quite like that level, but it was definitely nice. Arian G says Playa del Carmen. Yeah, I think they got their lines crossed. Zeitgeist says best walking channel out there. Thank you. Jellybean says it does have some similarities to Planet Hollywood in Vegas. There are more pillows on the beds than there, though. LOL. Some bathtubs, same bathtubs too. I hope your poop channel doesn't get demonetized. Take care of the sunburn. Thank you, Jellybean. Han says, how was your trip to Mexico? It was good. Sheena Roberts, many thanks for the tour of the resort. To be honest, I've never stayed at a resort, and after watching your video, I would say the experience might have been better if they had offered you another room. Yeah, but beggars, I don't know. I'm not like that complainy type. However, there were some good things. The location, the lazy river, nice selection of restaurants, and the food looks okay. I do not think it's 5-star worthy, though. Yeah, it's definitely not. Aside from these issues, I hope you enjoyed your time there. Thank you, Sheena. I know you're in the chat. And thank you for another nice comment, Sheena. Y Haas says you can go to a 4-star resort beside the Grand Vieira Riviera Resort. You can just use most of the 5-star amenities since they're beside each other. Maybe. Lisa says, hey, look, it's a comment. Comment. Thank you for your comment. Better to use a gimbal. It's much more reliable than just holding the phone by hand. Yeah, people are mixed on that. Oh, damn. I guess adjusting my color settings while Johnny is on screen is going to make everything weird hued. Maybe. Thanks, Johnny. I kind of like the outside property more than the interior. Nice blue skies and lovely palm trees. Well, ideally you spend most of your time outside, right? Karen says, thanks, Johnny, for showing us Planet Hollywood Resort in Cancun. It looks really good, but for the yellow water, leaky roof, and human scat on the beach. I'm quite certain it's actually manatee poop. The more I've dug into it. Alicia says next stop is Jamaica. Maybe. Did you see thieves in Mexico? No. You can't be much safer than a resort in Cancun. It's not Acapulco 20 years ago. Lisa says, great video. Thank you. Zach McNally says, yes. This video is one that got off to a slow start view-wise, but I'm pretty confident it's going to rack up a lot of views in the long run. A lot of people are going to be searching for this place. That happens to all the Caribbean resorts I go to. Whitehouse says, Johnny boy, what is the hair regiment? I don't know. Just hope it doesn't fall out. Use 2-in-1 shampoo or 3-in-1. Never shampoo and condition separately. It is bad for the environment. Double the manufacturing, double the waste, double the amount of water for not any better results. And your hair is dead to begin with. I've had this argument so many times on my channels, but 2-in-1 is the way to go. It's just so bad. And double the cost. No, I just buy cheap 2-in-1, whatever on sale at Rexall. Or sometimes Dollarama. Put little Trudeau in it and send him over Niagara Falls. All right. I would have agreed with you 2 weeks ago, but he's actually handled this okay recently. Ian McLeod says manatee poop seldom comes up in conversation. It's going to come up in a lot of conversations with me lately. Hi, Johnny. Great video. Thank you, Lisa. Great to see more of your Cancun and Planet Hollywood. Cancun, this is going to be great. Thank you, Roger Temple. Hello, Johnny. Reaching out to you from Anaheim, California. My name is Anthony, and I've been homeless and was staying in a Salvation Army shelter, and it was packed of uncomfortable bad habits. I don't want to be there again, so please let me know if I can purchase one from you. Please, the cost of housing is by far too much. Please let me know if you can help me. I don't even know what to say to this person. My heart... I might have to come back to this with a proper dignified response, but I don't know what to say. This is I'm not the guy building these. Reach out to Ryan at tinytinyhomes.ca, and then I don't think there's anything he can do for someone in California. Word of the day poll: who has better hair, Johnny or Trudeau? I'm going to end this poll here. We have 124 votes. The stories about mermaids were actually manatee sightings. Sailors love that round booty, says Espero. Jacqueline says, good morning. He seems like a nice guy. You should give him some money for doing this video out of a good heart. You do have over 2 million views for this. I'm not looking for a pat on the back, so I will heart that and not comment on my actions. As you say, Johnny, the waterfront looks beautiful. We lived for a while in 77 Harbor Square, and at that time, what is now Beaver Tails was a second cup, and we used to enjoy walking along the waterfront with a hot coffee in the evenings. I didn't know that about that location. Neat, and thanks for sharing. Thank you, Cactus Steve. Why Haas says Trudeau has better hair, but that's the only compliment he's getting from you. Trudeau's hair is like a helmet. Maybe we should send him some of this Viking Revolution. Although they would probably just assume it's like anthrax and throw it out, right? Like, I'm sure people send that guy that stuff all the time. Brent says, that was worth a super after Liam got ya, LOL. You could tell the way you were laughing. It was a rarity to be sniped like that. Eh? Yeah, Liam caught me off guard a little bit. He caught me off guard just a little bit with that super. Ooh, I gotta thank him for that. Honestly, there should be more coffee spots along that area, including places where you can bring reusable mugs. Yes, Minizine. The waterfront is a massive, massive work in progress, for sure. Let me needs more places to sit. Needs more places to get beverages. I agree with you. The whole thing. That's one of the big problems with like Vancouver's waterfront. It's just so boring. Like there's nothing to do. You're just like Stanley Park or whatever. I've seen videos on that where people are actually complaining that like nobody can build anything there. It's just like this stretch that's almost exclusive for the people who live there to go jogging on, because people from out of town, like they can't do anything there. I don't know. Someone's going to leave me a nasty comment after saying that. Why Haas? $3, $1 for you and $2 for Big Daddy Google. That's not how it works. That's not the breakdown, but why Haas? Thank you for the $3. I hope you didn't use Apple Pay, because if you did, that is not too far from the truth, but thank you. Why Haas? All right, we'll take a call or two. If someone wants to call in, the number is 647-247-3726. Be polite. And that's it. Don't say anything that's going to make me delete you. And we've got a call from a 437 number. Let me get you on speakerphone. Hello there.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, who are we speaking with?
Jelly Bean. I fooled you.
You did not fool me. Is this your actual phone number?
Maybe. I have lots of phones.
So, that's...
Just like YouTube accounts. LOL.
So I could totally dox you by flipping this phone around and showing the number on the screen. Would you be mad?
I'll show them your number too. Yes.
You don't have my number. Nobody has my real number. Actually, that's not
Okay.
true. A few viewers do. But fortunately...
Look, I haven't called you for like a month and you're putting powder in your hair. Like, what's going on? How's your sunburn?
It's fine. I don't have a sunburn. It's fine.
Yes, you do.
No, no, I don't. I'm
Hi,
fine.
everybody.
Anna says, hi, Jellybean. Tell us a joke.
Sorry, Anna, I don't have any jokes. He's mean to me if I tell a joke, so we can't.
Susan says, long time no see. We'll have to watch the Cancun video. The world is crazy now. Need a resort pick-me-up. Susan, I agree. Jellybean, when's the last time you went to a resort?
Like in Vegas or like in North America or...
An all-inclusive? Have you ever been?
Yeah. I went to Puerto Vallarta.
Is that in Cuba?
No, it's in Mexico. I don't like it.
That's fine. Someone says my skin... I think that's the iPhone that does that. The iPhone just naturally makes your face look like a tomato. I'm using an iPhone as a webcam, by the way. Anna says, don't be mean to her, Johnny. Hee hee. Am I allowed to be mean to you?
Thanks, Anna. I appreciate your support. Are you? No? Well, I mean to you, so I guess it's mutual.
Should Vasily have invited you to his birthday party today?
No?
If he did, would you have gone?
I don't know. I was busy. Like, yeah, people were texting me that it was on, but I was like grocery shopping.
People are texting you that it's on? This is in your sphere?
I was getting some updates. I was like, I'm grocery shopping, so I was at the store.
Alicia Lewis is thinking about calling in. Should she call in?
100%. Roast him, Alicia. Roast him. Bubbly. I didn't buy any bubbly.
Yeah, you can tell there's not a whole...
There wasn't strawberry. There wasn't strawberry at my Metro, so I didn't get any.
You can tell there's not a whole lot of pistons firing in my noggin tonight.
Same.
Chris says Jellybean is a VIP in the Strides Club.
No, I'm just the bouncer.
You know when you go to a club and then there's like the dance floor and then you go to the basement and there's like a DJ playing and there's nobody down there and it's really creepy. She's a VIP down there.
You're such an ass.
You know what I'm talking about. You've been to a club like that where you're just like, whoa, there's a guy down here playing tunes.
You're the creepy guy outside the bathroom.
Outside the ladies' bathroom, pretending I'm waiting for a friend, peering in there.
Exactly.
Like, is she okay? Yeah, that's me. Cool.
Oh, Alicia says, don't worry, Jellybean, I've got you.
All right. Well, Jellybean.
Kurt.
I think
Okay,
we've lost enough viewers since you've called in. They're dropping like flies. So
Not true.
Thank you for Titanicing my live stream.
You're welcome. Anytime.
I'm just kidding. Chris says that's us. The club is in the basement of the sketchy McDonald's.
Oh yeah, the Sketch McDee's.
Cam says actually Paul Blunt is the club DJ. How dare you? But in all seriousness, just before I let you go, how the hell are you?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Math Doctor says, nice to hear from you again, Jolly Bean. All right, Jelly Bean, thank you so much for the... you bought me lunch the other day.
Bean to you.
You bought me lunch the
Sorry?
other day,
Yeah.
so thank you.
Oh, how was it?
It was
Did you
actually...
like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I shoved it in my backpack and I ate it when I got home. You saved me...
Was it cold though? Ew.
Yeah, but it's fine. No, it was kind of like warmish. It was fine.
Was it frozen? It was frozen.
No, I ate it and I was like, that's good. That's Mini Zine
I'll
says
get you Egg
my...
McMuffin, the sausage one next time.
All right. Kurt Affair says, what was your favorite thing to eat at Mandarin? I'm going to keep you on the phone while I answer this. I had the General Tso's chicken.
Did you eat pickles?
I did. I had a pickle, but my favorite thing to eat at the Mandarin was probably like this roasted pineapple that was really good. And it's ridiculously healthy for you. Paul Jameis says bubbly is the nightclub door password.
Now we have to change it. Thanks.
Cool. Well, Jelly Bean.
It's Yoink. Yoink is the password.
The next phone call better be from Alicia Lewis. But thank you so much. No, seriously, thank you. You bought me lunch, and
cool.
And I had a latte, and it was cold, and I needed some caffeine. So thank you.
Cool.
And I hope you. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
You're getting an iced pink drink next time.
All right. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Be prepared.
Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
One of the teams.
Good. All right. Have a good night. You're cut off.
Okay. Later.
Good night. Bye. That was
Download the Sailor eSIM app and get ready for your big vacation.
We're getting an ad on my free calling. Alicia Lewis, call in. You said you wanted to call in. The stream is nearing the end. Give us a call, or someone else if they beat you to it. The number is 647-247-3726. Minizine says, thank you, Jelly Boss Moves. Normally we do these viewer call-ins. Oh, we are down to 277 viewers. Oh, no. Normally we do these on Sunday nights on the Johnny Stumble stream. There may not be a Johnny Stumble stream this Sunday night. And normally the Johnny Stumble streams are getting like more viewers than this. Should I pivot? Should I do that channel full time now and make this like the secondary channel? Hello there.
Hey Johnny, it's not Alicia, it's someone else stream sniping.
No worries. You were quicker on the draw. Can you do me a favor and turn down the volume of the whatever you're...
You got it. Is that better?
I think so.
That was a stream.
That's cool. Who are we speaking with?
I'm a major trader in the chat. I was asking you about the Scientology building earlier in the stream.
Yeah, I think it's still owned by the Church of Scientology, and they've just been sitting on it forever, and I don't think they're paying tax on it. So it's literally this derelict eyesore just chilling on a prime piece of land.
Right, they get the exemption because it's a religion, I think, right, or something like that?
Yeah, I personally, like, no offense to religious people, but they should be paying tax. That's land. Like, way to use your loophole. Like, at least offer a service, a public service. Like, make it a drop-in center for people. Like, I don't know. It just seems ridiculous that you get
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, just if in the middle of the winter it gets pretty cold downtown, especially. So, like a homeless drop-in, that would be. I'm sure you'd get volunteers that would help. Exactly,
and they're supposed to be about the greater good for humanity. I don't know. That's a weird tangent to start this call off. But how's it going?
No, it's good. No, I was only curious because I've been in the Young and College area for like the last 10 years or so, and I've walked by that place a bunch, and so I thought I'd throw it out in the chat, see if you heard of it, but didn't know you did underwriting, so
yeah,
I imagine you might be at one of the FNs or CMLSs downtown. I had a few friends working amongst those firms too.
Yeah,
seems like a cool career.
Yeah, I was doing global insurance, so it was actually the Church of Scientology isn't based in Canada, so that was a program that was fed to us from abroad, and it fell on my lap. But I was like, cool, vacant building, have no choice but to insure it, even though every bone in my body says don't insure it. But
they had your hands tied.
Yeah, you bend over and you take it when it's that big of an account. That's just the way that game works. But,
that's true. Well, I don't want to take too much of the stream. I wanted to just say one thing. I was actually in the middle of watching your resort review right when you went live. So it was a great video. And I was actually curious. I saw you said you spent around $3,000 each or so. And I haven't stayed at a resort in that area in a while. But I've gone to the Cancun, Tulum area maybe like 6 times or so in the last maybe 10 years. And the price of the flights, like you can get a round trip for 300, and then I stayed with my cousin at an Airbnb, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and it was $750 for 10 days. And I just wanted to throw it out there because I know a lot of people love the resorts, but there's a lot of really cheap options there, especially if you're looking at Airbnbs and stuff like that. And around Tulum, where they're beautiful.
Yeah, and you can do that all over the Caribbean. It's not just
Oh, yeah.
Cancun, but like you can get even cheaper if you go some other areas. And yeah, we like this was, yeah, you're right. Value wise, it's not the best, but when a resort does it right, like they take care of you, and it's a nice experience, and you get, I don't know, it's a totally different vacation. For me personally, like I haven't done that in the Caribbean, but I've done that in Thailand on an island where, like when I went to Koh Samui, we were right there on the beach, but it's not all inclusive. So then you're going into town for lunch and dinner, and like I personally prefer that to the resort. But
I might have had a similar experience. I was in Koh Phi Phi, and then we didn't realize the resort we were staying on. We opted for the resort over Airbnb because it was such like good prices, such good value for what you get. But the mistake we made, we didn't realize the actual town you couldn't access. There was no roads. Everything went by those longtail boats. So we stroll up to the lobby at around 9 o'clock looking to catch just a tuk-tuk in town. They say, no, you can't. We're like, what do you mean? We're here, we're ready, we're excited. And they're like, there's no roads, it's jungle, like you can't. And so we got lucky enough to hire somebody just to take us there, and it was $20 each. So it was the price of an Uber ride, funny enough. So,
well, yeah, which in Thailand is like 10 times too much, but you didn't have any choice.
no choice, and honestly, it worked out too. It was a good solution for being in that kind of a pickle.
Yeah, I've been to PP. I stayed in Patong, and we just made it a day trip and went over there and came back. But I imagine staying there would definitely be an experience.
100%. Well, I'll give you back to the stream. I don't want to be a hog here, but love the content. Keep it going, and I'll catch you on the next chat live there, and I'll throw some major trader comments in the chat.
All right, do so. Thank you so much. Take care.
Take it easy.
All right, cheers.
Bye-bye.
Alicia Lewis, this is your warning call.
On long train rides.
Oh man, this app is annoying me. Alicia, if you want to call in, now's the time. We're going to do one more caller on the night. That is it. And there may not be a Sunday Night Stumbles, but thank you, Major Trader, for calling in. Minizine says, I feel so left out. I do have a funny story. I'm just reading some of your comments. Okay, I'll try again now. Do it. 647-247-3726. Hey, we've got a phone number. We got a phone call. Hello there.
Hi,
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Alicia. It's Johnny, isn't it you?
No, you've got a wrong number. This is the Ben Shapiro show on the Daily Wire.
Well, I'm gonna go call a pizza place now, so.
So, yeah, you spilled the beans in the chat, but you wanted to save it for the phone call.
Yes, I was actually gonna call in, but I was like, hey, why not? I'll just say it on the chat.
And when you dropped that off, you said you had like a jewelry business or something?
I did, but unfortunately, something happened that day, so I'm taking a small break at the moment.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I can throw it up on the screen and get some eyeballs on it. But if you ever get back into it and you want to get some eyeballs on your stuff, I can do that for you. No problem.
Oh, definitely. Well, I think maybe in a couple weeks I'll start my Instagram again. But yeah, hopefully soon.
Awesome. And I take it you're in the Toronto area because you were.
I am.
Is it creepy to ask whereabouts in the city?
I'm near Midtown.
Midtown. Great area. I don't really know much about it, but I think it's The cool thing about Midtown is you can say Midtown, but you could be at Bathurst in St. Clair, you could be at Yonge in St. Clair, you could be Yonge in Davisville. Like it's a pretty big ass area, right? It's kind of like
Oh yeah. There's a lot in the area. It's walking distance to the station, so it's pretty handy.
yeah, no, I like it. I like it. I asked Ken, about living here if he would do that, but you'll have to by the way, do you watch Ken?
I do, yeah, on and off.
On and off. Awesome. I'm completely gassed and I'm out of it. So this is gonna be the last call of the night, and then I'm gonna just pass out. Jellybean says that was creepy of me. Jellybean, how dare you accuse me of being creepy? So do you have anything to share with us and the viewers?
Jelly Bean, I said I would roast Johnny for you, but I'm tired right now.
You said you would ghost me?
Yes, I would roast you. I promised Jelly Bean, but I'm tired.
How do you ghost?
Oh, roasting you.
Roast. Oh, I thought you said ghost. I'm like, that's kind of the opposite of reaching out.
No,
No,
I'm
roast
just
me,
tired.
roast me. Give me. I won't ban you. Whatever.
I'm trying to think of something. Let's see. Your hair.
You went for the.
The product is good. It just your hair is very flat.
Like it needs a bit more.
A bit more volume.
How's that? I know there's a delay. Did that fix it?
Oh, sorry?
Did that fix it? What I just did?
I can't even see. I'm using my other phone.
Oh, okay. Well, you went after the low-hanging fruit.
Yes, but how was your trip?
It was very good. It was very good. The only problem is, as soon as I go on a trip, I come back, I'm like tired out of my mind the next few days. I don't want to do anything. And then as soon as I have any energy at all, I just want to book another trip. Like that gets into my mind.
But I mean, it looks really nice there, so that's pretty good in the weather. But yeah, I can imagine you're very tired.
Yeah, I'm super tired. Tomorrow I might not even make a video. But I want to thank you for the bracelet and for my Vessi hat, which I wear quite often.
No problem. Glad you like it.
All right. Do you have any final words for us?
Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Vivian, or not Vivian, Jellybean. See, this is how it's done. Jellybean could learn a few lessons from you.
Well, have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you guys on the chat.
All right. Have a good night. Thanks for calling in.
You too, bye.
Yoink. And just like that, the phone goes into airplane mode, and I am going to go get some sleep. Minnie Zine says, Johnny, you should gel your hair more. Get some of that glue and spike up your life. That is true, Cactus Steve. But I want to thank you guys so much for calling in. I want to wish Vasily a happy birthday again. Happy 21st birthday. Holy shit. That makes my double fours seem very old. But happy birthday, Vasily. I want to thank our mods. I saw Sheena here. I saw Marge. I saw Vivian Johnson. I think Epic Nation HD and Vasily checked in as well. I want to thank everyone who called in. There'll be a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST on this channel. And then the video on Sunday, well, I don't know. It'll either be the Cancun airport or it'll be my walk and talk with Ken. Don't know if there's going to be a Stumbles on Sunday. Don't know. I might need to take the night off just to have a catch up. But I want to thank everyone. Do like, subscribe, hit the bell. Do me a favor, leave a comment on the stream. I know most of you aren't going to, but just do it. Even if it's nonsense, even if it's gobbledygook, even if it's just like 3 emojis. Jellybean, 3 emojis, not 3,000, but leave a comment or two. But I'm going to click that glorious end stream button right now. And thank you everyone for your support. Jeanette, I'll be enjoying a Super Bowl snacky courtesy of you. Thank you, Julie. Aiden Thompson McGuire at the buzzer, 279. Thank you so much, Aiden Thompson McGuire, for the 279. I'll cheers what's left of my bubbly to you. But yes, go Eagles. Get it done. Jalen Hurts. You will be living rent-free in Mahomes' head, I hope, if all goes to plan. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Yoink. As I awkwardly sit here.